Alright, we're going to replace the brakes on this SQ5. Pretty sure I have the right brakes. Anyhow, got the rear replaced. These are the E-line, the rotors are the E-line from R1 Concepts. Does it make them send out their own brakes? Really? This was the kit that they had. Anyway, on an Audi, these are caps. So pull your caps off. Don't put a lug nut on these. And I'm pretty sure these are 17 millimeter. And these are not nuts. These are bolts. Alright, so we got the situation where we got up here. The rust. This tire is stuck on. So you got to come in with your kick. And that's how you get that broken loose from this stuff here. Of course, the car is secure. If you need to be told that, you're an idiot. Alright. So I'm seeing these bolts holding this on. But I think I'm supposed to take those two caliper bolts off and just pull this out. So first what I've done is I've gone in here, not on the pad part, and I loosened it and closed up. So these two pistons here are compressed in. I shouldn't have to press in these back ones because it should be loose enough to take this off. Also with this, you need to pull the clip on this. Pull the clip on this to loosen this brake line, because this brake line is tight to here. But you see, it's a cable. So I have to pull this cable off to get this to loosen. So you can pull this up out of here, and I believe I have to pull this out first. Otherwise, it makes it hard to get out of there. All right, to get the brake sensor out, I went in. Frickin' my tool. I went in on an angle and pried it up out of the hole there. I went basically to the bottom and just pushed up slightly here, and it started coming loose. And it's got a spring here which fell off. I'm not putting it back on. There's a spring there that's actually holding it in place. That spring is this. And it keeps falling off, and I can't see it on the ground, so I'm leaving it over there. So now I got these pads off. Be very careful of your metal bar there. You gotta get the clip off and then just pull down them, and it just comes straight out. So I got these here. Now I gotta figure out, I just popped this out. I gotta make sure that these are actually the ones I have. Look, that's good. And you see that the wear sensor, they hadn't hit the wear sensor yet. The wear sensor, they go in and it gets low and it cuts that wire. And that's how your car knows your brakes are low, because it gets down to the, I still had some more to go before it got to that wire. The wire was right there. I gotta figure out how to get these into there. And I manually already pressed in my pistons. I think they're all the way in. Also pay attention, your brake pads are not the same. The one with the sensor here. See how this is opposite? So this is the one with the sensor is the one that's going here on the right side there. Oh, I wasn't even showing it. It's on the right side is the sensor one. And this is on the driver's side. I assume the passenger side has one also. In the rears, it's only the passenger side has the sensor, at least on this car. Alright, to get this pad in, I put in this side first, and then put that near it, and it's being pushed. It's being pushed out by this clip. So I just reached in with a screwdriver and just bent that clip. Bent it out a little so the pad can go down, and then it just pushed right in. I'll probably use the same method for this side. Of course, I'm not showing you how to take those clips, back clips on or off, but oh well. Alright, so to get these separated, I put the old ones in, and then just stuck my screwdriver in here and twist all the way down. Twist. Yeah, there's 3 pistons, whatever. Well, anyway, this is how I got all the pistons in on both sides. And now I can take my old rotor and make sure it fits in there. All right, so I want to replace these rotors. You need a, this is a T30. Oops, am I showing that? This is a T30. So you need to break this loose, which I already did. And I already shit myself. When you're putting these back on, do not use power tools, because you will strip it, or you have a good chance to strip it. And stripping these is a real pain in the ass. These things, all they're doing is holding the rotor on. They're not really required. And they're just holding the rotor on so you can get everything else on. They hold it in place. And see, this rotor's not coming off, so I'm going to have to do what I did to the rear. So you have your gaps in there. I'm going to get my my sealer stuff, and I'm going to just start tapping it with my big boy. It's already coming loose. So I got a little gaps in there, and I'm going to spray my fluid in there and get it more loose. Where the hell was my other thing? The other thing I was doing, I was putting one of this in here and then tapping so I can get a grip and tapping it there. And I'm not hitting it hard enough to hurt the thing. Annoying people. All right, we got that rotor off with a little bit of a fight. A lot of liquid wrench. And we do have a match, so that's good. We have to get our screw matched up there. Your screw. Don't tighten this with power tools. I don't know why I'm recording this. There you go. Now I gotta figure out how to get those brakes in and out of there. And there she is, all back on. I think I ran this the same as when it came off. Maybe not. Maybe it came out. Maybe it came out and then went in. Whatever, doesn't matter. We got the clip back on. This just pushes through. It's not crunched or anything. Our lines are good. Everything's in. I got some turning. I had to compress the other pistons a little farther, so what I did is I put the other pads in between and then just pried both out, and then I used the old rotor to stick it in to make sure they were wide enough so when I go to put it on here I don't have any issues. So I gotta go in and push the pedal and then go do the other side, bro. And you want to check your up there, you know, your fancy leveling shit. Yeah, bro, and your air shocks and all this horse shit. Car's gonna complain about the air shocks, but then it'll fill them right back up. Alright, we got them on, bro. The E-line R1 Concept. Pretty simple. Hardest part is getting that goddamn rotor off. Because where I live, it just rusts on. Now, should I paint these black?